Lee Koningsfeld, field agronomist with Beck's Hybrids, talking to you about how to score rootworm damage after larval feeding is concluded. So we were out in this same cornfield a couple of weeks ago when we were floating rootworm larvae. We had some high pressure there. We floated 7 larvae from one plant, which is definitely high pressure. So we wanted to come back out, do some digging, and evaluate how the traits are holding up as far as preventing feeding. We did notice some minor root lodging out there, which seems to be directly related to the amount of root feeding that we're seeing. So as we come in here and look at these plants now, what we're going to do is we're only scoring the nodal roots, so we're not scoring brace roots. So what I like to do on these is I'll come in and I'll pull those brace roots right up out of the way so that I can go around and score the nodal roots as we move down the plant here. And so what we're really focusing on here is pruning to within 1.5 inches of the stalk. And so for easy reference, 1.5 inches is about to your first knuckle. So anything that's pruned to within 1.5 inches there is going to count towards our overall damage score. So on this plant, going through it, I came up with about 1.5 on the rootworm feeding scale. It's 0 to 3, so 3's maxed out. So we're right at about halfway to max out. As you can see, that's pretty severe feeding right there. So as we move on down the line here to the next plant, we're looking at right at a 0.3 here on this one, which is considered economic injury. There is going to be some yield penalty to even that small amount of feeding. And then obviously as we move on down here, we dug this one in a different part of the field, we have 0 feeding present on this plant here. So a lot healthier root system, looks much better. So overall, the trait did exactly what we wanted it to do. We did see some feeding, but I wouldn't say, for the most part in that field, it's excessive at all. I'm still going to look at recommending switching to soybeans, but for now, we're pretty happy with how the traits held up out in that field.